take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
Easy. It was productive. It was exciting.
We will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores is go through the roof, because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit S. Hurt, School Turnaround Specialist.
So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna promote them. All this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my word, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt with another powerful Saturday morning podcast. But this is pre-recorded. I will be in Connors, Georgia, during my Saturday at 10 o'clock. So this is a pre-recorded podcast. But hey, the show still must go on. So I would like to thank everybody who tuned in on this Saturday morning. And this topic is a needed topic. I'm gonna discuss 10 strategies that will have a positive impact on teaching and learning. 10 strategies that will have a positive impact on teaching and learning. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because schools are starting up. Schools are ramping up. The teachers are coming in. So this is the thing. They're going to be asking so many questions, so much stuff to do. But let's scale it down and say, okay, teachers, what are some of the things that I can do as a teacher to have a positive impact on teaching and learning? Before the kids come in, I need to have the tools in my tool belt. So within the next 9 months, 185 days, however you want to look at it, when my kids come in, they will have quality instruction. And these strategies that I'm gonna give is strategies that I have done research on, I've studied, I looked at. 25 years in the business, talking to many teachers, and I feel that these strategies can help impact your staff, no matter if you're in high school, middle school, or elementary. That's why I said every teacher should be on this podcast as we speak. So I'm excited. I'm pumped up. So make sure you hit that share button. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. Hit that share button. Tell me how much you like it, because once again, this right here is going to take you to the next level. I know it's Saturday and you having fun, and you might be working out like Josh Tarver, or you might be eating breakfast, whatever you're doing. Still make sure you tune into this podcast. So I always like to ask the question. I always like to start off with this one question. With this one question: what is keeping you up at night as an educator? What is keeping you up at night as an educator? So when you find out, put it in the chat. What is keeping you up at night as an educator? For me, the question that's keeping me up at night is, are you ready for the beginning of the school year? Are you ready for the beginning of the school year? Look at my background. That's a kid on the board working on some multiplication, some math problems. That's my background. That's one of my students, one of my classrooms. The question I want to ask, are you ready for the beginning of the school year? So that's the question. Put in the chat. What is keeping you up at night as an educator? What is one or two things that's keeping you up at night as an educator? Make sure I got that straight. All right, put it in the chat. Talk to me, y'all. Next is what's going on in education. What's going on in education for me? First, I would like to give a big shout out to the Jalen Rose Academy High School. They gave my team the leadership award. I've been working with the Jalen Rose High School for the last 4 years, and I put it on my social media page. Got a nice award last Sunday. So I would like to thank all of the board members, Principal Allen, and everybody that felt the need to give me and my team the leadership award. So hats off to that team. They're doing some big things. They're doing some wonderful things in the city of Detroit. So like I said, I've been working with them for the last 4 years. And at a high school, they're going to a whole nother level. So thank you very much, Jalen Rose, the leadership team, Jasmine Allen, and everybody that thought enough to give me a nice trophy. I'm in Georgia now, but if I was at home, I would show you the trophy like this. What they gave me, it was very nice. So thank you very much. Next is that next week I will be at Youngstown Prep in Ohio. On Tuesday, I'll be doing a PD with the leadership team. They're starting up in two more weeks. So I'll be at Youngstown Prep in Ohio on Tuesday working with their leadership team. And then the next day, I will be in Ravenna, Ohio. So I'm doing back-to-back in Ohio. I'll be working with the whole school district, all three principals, the leadership teams. I'll be working with them. And that will be on Tuesday as well. So I'm going to be with Youngstown in the morning and Ravenna in the afternoon, and then I'm working with the leadership team. So I'm excited regarding that. I cannot wait. And this is what it is all about, making sure we get these schools ready. And last thing is that I'll be in Farmington Hills, Michigan. On Thursday. Busy week for me on Thursday, doing some work with their school board. So that's what I do. I work with school boards. You say, Eric, you work with admin, principal, teachers, and school board. Yes, I do it all. I've been working with school boards for 5 years, work with them, and that is what's missing. A lot of times we focusing on the principals or central office and teachers and whatever it may be, but we never have a conversation with school boards. But school boards are the ones that are hiring the superintendents. Those are the ones that's passing bylaws. Those are the ones that's governing the whole district. Do you know that school boards are over these big budgets? Some school districts' budgets are $300 million, $400 million. I'm going to say that again. You have school districts every year, they run $500 to $600 million budgets. 95 schools, 15,000 students. They're running 300, 400, 500 million. Listen, what I'm saying, $1 million budgets. So if they're passing these budgets, if they're governing all of these things, don't you think that school boards need to be trained? Put it in the chat. Do you think that school boards need to be trained? We don't talk about that, and then we always get mad and upset or whatever it may be. But no, we need to train school boards the same way we train superintendents, the same way we train assistant superintendents, so forth and so on. So that's what I'll be doing this week for me. But I love this work. It's starting up. Hey, it's ramping up, and I'm ready. I love this work. So let me go ahead and get started because I don't want to belabor the time. I want to be able to get into this and massage it because once again, I'm talking about the 10 strategies. I won't get through all of them that will have a positive impact on teaching and learning. So hit that share button. Come on, teachers, come on in. You still got time. I'm going to talk about the strategies. Why is this important? Because I don't want anybody saying after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, man, what's going on? I quit. I want to walk away from this. My classroom is wild. Things are taking place. I'm putting forth all of this effort, but I'm not getting the results that I need. So I'm going to talk about what we can do to make sure you get those results. So this is in no particular order. So the first strategies is setting goals. Setting goals. Effective teachers set and communicate clear lesson goals to help students understand success criteria. Effective teachers set and communicate clear lesson goals to help students understand success criteria. Setting goals. As a teacher, every lesson you do, you must communicate the outcomes to the students. Don't just say, I'm about to put it out there and I'm about to teach. No, what am I teaching? Why am I doing what I'm doing? A lot of times you will put some of your learning targets on the board. You have to communicate it. So if you're teaching math, English, science, whatever it is, I'm a teacher. I'm a first-year teacher. I'm a long-term, whatever it is, the first thing that you must do, this is non-negotiable, is setting goals. Write it down. Put it down. Write it down. Okay, I see it. Setting goals. Effective teachers set and communicate clear lesson goals to help students understand success criteria. Effective teachers do that. Now, if you want to have the same classroom you had last year, if you want to do what you did last year, well, keep on doing them same results. But if you want to take your class to the next level, you say, Hurt, I want to go to the next level. I'm going to be a good high school science teacher. I'm going to be that good middle school math teacher. I'm going to be that third grade teacher that teach all subjects. What do I do? What do I do? Setting goals is the first one. And let me go back. It's funny because I was hearing the educator talk about this the other day. Education is the only field where every year is a restart. Every year is, you might have had a bad year last year, but now you got 25 new kids or 80 new kids or whatever it may be. It is a restart for you. So if it's a restart for you, now you say, okay, well, if it's a restart, I want to hit the ground running. I want to make sure that I got everything I need in place. The first thing is setting goals. Effective teachers set and communicate clear lesson goals to help students understand success criteria. Ooh, I love that right there. I got a lot of notes to go. Number 2, next one. Structuring lessons. So now is the time for you to make sure you structure your lessons. So let me talk about effective teachers plan and deliver structured lessons which incorporate a series of clear steps and transitions. Effective teachers plan and deliver structured lessons which incorporate a series of clear steps and transitions. All right, break it down for me, Hurt. If the first day of school is August the 17th, I would suggest that you have your first 3 weeks of your lessons ready to go. Well, my district gives me a pacing guide. That's fine. But you want to be able to teach, plan, and deliver the structured lessons. So that means you got to spend time with that lesson. You got to unpack that lesson. You got to know, okay, on day 1, I'm going to teach this. Day 2 is going to flow like this. Day 3 is going to flow like this. When do I do it? When the kids come into the classroom? No, you do it now. So you're spending time. You might have to take some stuff home. When I was a teacher, I took them lesson plans home. I looked at my lesson plans. I structured those lessons. I knew what I was going to teach. I had my materials ready. I had everything ready to go for at least the first 2 weeks of school. I was ready to go. I was planned. I was prepared. I was ready to go. Structured lessons, not lessons, structured lessons. Don't just say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm just going to, no. It's just like now, as I'm speaking to you, regarding the work I'm doing as I'm speaking to you, I took time to write down, I'm going in and out, write down my lesson plans. I have my notes right here. So I know what to say, how to say it. I know what questions I'm going to ask. I know how much transition I'm going to have, all those things. Number 2 is structured lessons. Talk to me. Tell me if this is sounding good. Put it in the chat. Hit that share button. We need to move these teachers to the next level, and I need principals, I need admins to understand this. I need you to show them this video. Do what you got to do. But if you get these strategies, these tips, the teaching will be at a high level, and you will have less disciplinary problems throughout the school year. Don't try to fix it in November. We're not trying to fix nothing. When those kids come in, you should be ready to go. Yes, there's going to be some tweaks. There's going to be some changes. But you have the foundation as a teacher to have high, impactful lessons. Oh, man, I'm feeling good about this. Next one is this. Collaborative learning. I'm jumping collaborative learning. Effective teachers. Remember, I'm saying effective teachers, not teachers. Effective teachers allow opportunities for students to participate in flexible groups, to talk, to move around. Collaborative learning. Well, what does that mean? Your work. That means your teachers. You're not just having the kids in rows working in silos. This is not the 80s, the 70s, and 60s. I'm telling you, if you have cooperative learning groups in the classroom, you have collaborative learning taking place inside of the classroom. You want the kids to talk to one another. You want them to move around. Effective teachers allow opportunities for students to participate in flexible groups. If you have them in rows, they can't participate in groups. They're just sitting there listening to you lecture. So what does that mean? If I got it, when I come in on Monday, I'm trying to get my classroom together, start putting the groups in cooperative learning. Put them in clusters of 3 and 4. Allow them to talk. Allow them to work together. That's what effective teachers do. I didn't know that hurt. Yes, that's what you have to do if you're trying to move this academic needle. Don't wait till the kids come in. Work on this now. Watch my video. I'm giving you the answers to the test. There is no reason why all of these people that's on my podcast listening that you should be struggling with classroom management. There's no reason at all. Next one. Multiple exposures. Effective teachers provide students with multiple opportunities to encounter, engage, and elaborate on new knowledge and skills. Multiple exposures. Effective teachers provide students with multiple opportunities to encounter, engage with, and elaborate on new knowledge and skills. You don't just say, okay, I'm going to give it to you one time. And if you don't get it, we moving forward. You're not teaching to go through the pacing guide. You're not teaching to say, hey, I start on chapter 1 and I finish on chapter 19 at the end of the year. I'm done. I did my job. No. You want to be an effective teacher, give them opportunities to, it's called struggling with the word, working with it. They might not get it on Monday. They might need Tuesday and Wednesday to get this particular standard, this concept. Effective teachers give students multiple opportunities to engage in the lesson. And it goes back to this, the collaborative learning. If I'm sitting the kids in groups, they're talking to one another. They're engaging. They might not get it on Monday, but they might get it on Tuesday. And then you say, well, these kids, they're talking too much. The kids will talk in class, but allow them, facilitate the learning so they can talk about the lesson that's being taught during the class. Oh, I'm going to say this again. The kids is going to talk. Raheem is 15 years old. Susie Brown is 17 years old. They're in class. Allow them to talk because they're going to talk anyway, but structure it and facilitate the learning. Everybody say facilitate the learning. So now they're talking about the lesson that's taking place in the classroom. Why are you trying to, all right, be quiet, everybody? No, they're not going to be quiet for 30 minutes and listen to you talk. Their attention span is not that long. Your attention span is not that long. be the facilitator of the lesson, allow them to talk, allow them to engage, give them multiple exposures, whether it's through written work, whether it's through verbal, whether they're watching a video, reading a book, whatever it is, give them multiple exposures so they can be able to get the lesson. Oh, I ain't know about that. Multiple exposures, yes. These are what effective teachers do. Now, I'm not telling you something that I read in a book. I'm telling you something that I know as a teacher, as an assistant principal, as a principal, as a consultant, as doing this work. I'm in classrooms. Last year, I'm not making this up. Please, I'm not making this up. I worked with over 12 schools last year. Each school has an average of, say, 20 to 25 classroom teachers. So I looked at over 250 teachers. I've been in 250 classes just last year alone at different schools. I'm seeing it. So I saw the effective teachers, what they do, everything I'm telling you, this is what they do. And I saw those teachers that weren't effective, they did the opposite. Those were the ones that did the opposite, and the scores are low. Kids was wilding out in the classroom, and they was just, and come November, they were saying, I can't wait till the year is out. And everybody was miserable. Principal miserable, teacher miserable, students miserable, parents miserable. All stakeholders miserable because they did not take these strategies and apply it in the classroom. Stay with me. I got a couple more minutes. Next one is questioning. Effective teachers regularly use questioning as an interactive means to engage and challenge students, and it can be used to check for understanding. Questioning. Effective teachers regularly, this is part of what they do, use questioning as an interactive means to engage and challenge students. And also it can be used as feedback. Put in their feedback to check for understanding. So if you look at Marzano's different type of DOK, you have DOK 1, DOK 2, DOK 3, DOK 4. No, you can't always be at DOK 4. That's that high question. Sometimes you got to be at a 2. Sometimes you at a 3. So what I would tell my teachers to do is that in their lesson, during their lesson plan, during their lesson, oh, this is good information. During their lesson plan, pre-write down the questions that you want to ask the students. Don't just try to take it off the top of your head. Yeah, you might be able to randomly get 1 or 2, but have the questions prepared. And even if you gotta have your 3x5 card and say, okay, after you finish lecturing the lesson, you might want to have the questions ready to go and you can read off of it. This is not I got you. You want to know if the kids got it or not. Well, how do I know her? Pre-write your questions using the Marzano's wheel based on the lesson that you're teaching. Pre-write your questions based on a Marzano's wheel. Focus on what you are teaching. Well, when should I do this? I would do it Monday. If I know if the district has given me the pacing guide, I'm going to go ahead and have questions ready to go at least the first couple of weeks. Why won't you do that? I'm gonna get my classroom situated. I'm gonna dig. This is what I talked about: structuring lessons, setting goals, collaborative learning, multiple exposure, last questioning. All these things go hand in hand as you are taking your classroom learning to this next level. The questioning is so important. How do you know if the kids got it or not? We cannot wait till Friday to give them an assessment. We must question so we can know if the kids got it. It's called check for understanding. And no, they don't always have to write it out. You can do a thumbs up, thumbs down. They have the whiteboard. They can put on the whiteboard. Look on the back of my screen. You got the kid up writing on a whiteboard. You need to know if those 25 kids understand what you're teaching or not. If not, it's not your fault. It's feedback to be able to say, hey, maybe I went too fast. Maybe I thought that they was getting it, they didn't get it. Maybe I thought that they didn't get it and they did get it. The questioning is so important. Last one, and I'm going to get out of here. Explicit teaching. Woo! Explicit teaching. Effective teachers use explicit teaching to provide instruction, demonstrate concepts, and build students' knowledge and skills. Explicit teaching. Effective teachers. Everyone says effective teachers use explicit teaching to provide instruction, demonstrate concepts, and build student knowledge and skills. That's what explicit teaching is. If you're not doing explicit teaching, the kids are not going to get it. They're not going to get it. You're just teaching just to be teaching. You spend 8 hours of that day. Yes, you worked hard, but are you working smart? Are they getting these concepts? Are they understanding everything? Whoa, hurt. That's deep. That's deep. So I'm going to stop right there because I want to make sure I'm using my time wisely. So I thank everyone for coming out. Now, just a couple of things before you leave. A couple of things. If you would like for me to come, this is the training I'm doing. I'm doing this training in Ohio next week. I'm training school boards. If you'd like for me to come, inbox me. I would love to share these strategies. I want teachers to go to a whole nother level. I need teachers to go to a whole nother level. Also, some people ask me, Herc, do you do one-on-one sessions virtually? If my district doesn't want, but I want you to come in and do some one-on-one sessions with me virtually and things of that nature. Yes, I also do that. Last year, I worked for about 6 different teachers all over the world, and they wanted to know about data. That's what a lot of people know about data and classroom management. So that's what I do. Just inbox me. We'll go ahead and make it work. The 2 other things that if you have not picked up the book, make sure you pick up the book. Now, can you see it? Okay, yep. Make sure every parent must read this. Listen, you need to have these books ready for the beginning of the school year. This is a book that's very important for you to give to parents. You're going to be like, how come the parents aren't engaged? Why aren't they supporting? We miss out on the parents. Purchase the books for them and give it to them. Give them the books. You can get it from our website. If you're trying to do a big bulk order, hey, just email me and we'll go ahead and make it work. But these parents gotta have books. They gotta have strategies. We need to support the parents. So thank you very much. Thank you for attending my podcast. And if no one have told you, I love you. I thank you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you give me feedback on if this information was beneficial, and make sure you go over to Create and Educate at 10:30. Go over there now. After you leave here, go over there now. Support Tammy Taylor, Dr. Tammy Taylor, and Dr. Shiki Houston. So thank you very much. May God bless you. Have a blessed week. Let's start this school year off right. I'm supporting you. I know that you will do an excellent job.